For today's review, I have Lightning Run, a 2014 roller coaster at Kentucky Kingdom, and I'm just going to go ahead and start off the video by summing this coaster up with a question. Why on earth are there not more of these things? This is a Chance Rides Hyper GTX, and it is incredible. What an amazing roller coaster. I am surprised more parks haven't built one of these things after seeing how awesome Lightning Run is. This coaster proves you don't have to be super tall or super fast to be awesome. I think to best compare this coaster to another ride, I would compare it to something like Maverick. Take out Maverick's launch and inversions, that is Lightning Run. This thing has rapid transitions, glossy smooth, crazy ejector airtime. And look at the stats. 100-foot drop, so it's not very tall at all. 80-degree drop. That is crazy. Kentucky Kingdom is mad. They have taken such a small amount of space and a not very tall coaster and given it all these crazy elements. It's totally awesome. It reaches speeds of up to 55 miles per hour and has less than 3,000 feet of track. That being said, I wouldn't say that it feels like a short ride at all. Is it the longest ride in the world? No. But I don't think it feels short. According to RCDB, it has a 2-minute ride duration. I'm assuming that is including the lift hill, which I will say it does pull you up rather fast. And I was fortunate enough to be able to experience ERT on this roller coaster, and it was outstanding. Being able to ride this coaster back to back to back, it's good in every seat, front row, back row, middle. You're still getting an awesome ride. And if you get a chance to ride it at night, that is sweet too. The only real complaint I have against Lightning Run is if you are a taller guest, the restraints are not going to be the most accommodating to you. It does have shin guards, which can kind of hurt your legs. I know some people that are on the taller side that rode this and were not a huge fan of it at first because the restraints were not very accommodating. That's really the only bad thing I can think about with this roller coaster. The lap bar allows for some insane airtime. This coaster is all about that ejector air, just abruptly being flung up out of your seat. And it has this compact layout where it goes back and forth between airtime hills, these bank turns, and these twisty sections. Again, kind of like Maverick, where it'll jerk you to one side drastically. This is a great roller coaster for smaller parks and even larger parks. They don't require a crap ton of space, and I'm sure if Chance Rides built more of these, they would come up with different layouts. But since this is the only one of its kind, it is so cool. It's like a mini Phantom's Revenge. And if you've ridden Phantom's Revenge, then you know how awesome that coaster is. This is an aggressive ride. I'd say it's more aggressive than Storm Chaser. Storm Chaser has some great elements to it, but I feel like this coaster is like a pinball. It is going every which way, super fast, and it is super intense. Those ejector airtime hills at the end, holy moly, you think you're gonna die. Just get flung out. It is insane. If you're not a big fan of aggressive roller coasters, you probably won't be a big fan of this, but I love those rides where you just feel out of control. It feels like a horse gone wild, and that is what Lightning Run is. I think this coaster doesn't get enough credit. Everyone talks about how great Storm Chaser is, but I would argue that this is the best roller coaster at Kentucky Kingdom. And I've found that those who have ridden Storm Chaser and Lightning Run are kind of split on the matter. About half think that Storm Chaser is the best, but there's a good portion of people who agree with me and think that this is the best. And I'm not here to answer that question of which one is better, but I was very surprised at how much I liked this roller coaster. So for its final score, what am I giving it? I'm going to give it a 9.5. The only reason why I'm not going to give it a perfect score is because the restraints aren't the greatest, but this coaster does what it does very well. It is extreme. It's like if Intimidator 305 and Phantom's Revenge decided to have a kid, it would be Lightning Run. Which, as weird as that analogy is, it is the truth. So I want to hear about your thoughts on Lightning Run. Post all of those comments below, and of course you can check out other reviews which are all available on my channel in alphabetical order. So make sure to go check those out, and of course, stay tuned for more.